The journey, mind you, is not easy. I wanted to give up probably 3 to 4 times.
If you don't have the challenge, there's no drive. There's a room for you to fail. So these kind of things, it's way beyond money. I picked up things like that and started visualizing, oh, I could do this, I could do that. At a very young age, we were trained to dance ballroom. Choreography came into the scene. I think my creativity kicked without realizing that we were already producing shows.
And then eventually, Nardi approached me, Joey, I'll have a show. I want you to direct my show. And that's where it all started. A fashion show at the Hilton, Manila, United Nations. I was 17 years old. That's how it all happened. I couldn't believe that there's another show after that.
And that's how we started directing shows. Of course, the three triumvirate of Philippine Fashion, Pitoy, Aureo, and Mangbel.
Louis Mamengo.
Louis and Nahay become partners in the fashion industry without realizing that what we were doing during that time was a collaboration already. You see, something that we have collaborated with 40 years ago, I could still benefit from.
The next would be Ben Parales for being professional. He was the one who taught me, Joey, you have to stay put. Don't give up. He was that person who made me understand when you love something, you have to persevere. Most importantly, you have to believe. Even others don't.
Australian Fashion Week started also in the 90s. What's this? Oh, it's an organized presentation. And then during that time, Joey went to New York.
So I've seen 7th on 6th in New York. I want to have something like this in my country because I couldn't let my country to be not doing anything like this when the rest of the world are doing it. So
I wanted to do something like New York Fashion Week. We started brainstorming about Fashion Week in around 94. Initial show and presentation in 97.
And it's quite difficult to do that. And that's why I was forced to come up with a name. I chose between Makati Fashion Week, Manila Fashion Week, and whatever fashion. At the end of the day, I didn't feel right. I cannot be doing a small portion of our country because it should be for everyone. And that's where I thought it should be Philippine Fashion Week. Fashion Week in the Philippines could be like a platform.
Our 25 years of presenting collection and collaborating with big brands, local brands, now we're taking this further. PHFW will define the niche market for all the participants who would want to partner with us and collaborate. It will become your be-all and all platform.
Fashion is actually business. It's all about sales.
Because if you can't sell, there's no business. The brand, the design, if it doesn't sell, if it doesn't business, we won't hear about it. You say we are prostitutes, commercialism, and money. But how would you eat if you don't sell? So whether it's big and supposedly local, I wouldn't use the word small. We all have our roles to play. And as long as you choose where you want to be, play it well. Heading into the future, we would want to expand, make this a bigger business. And that doesn't necessarily mean we work with numbers.
I always believe that the mind is the first battlefield. If we put the right ideas in our minds, these things can happen. Uplifting each other is what we need. By the time there's support, then we are doing something, beginning with something. So we could expect greater results.
The number one requirement of any business is capital. That's why we don't succeed in the fashion industry.
We have very good designers and talent. Now, we have to have the business backing. We have to have great support because the fact that the potentials of the Filipino designers are not average, they're worthy of the global exposure.
And one of our dreams is to have the Filipino-based design to become global. Because from day one, our mantra was for a designer to become a brand. From day one, that was. Hence, one of our mantra is global destination.
One thing I'm happy about Philippine Fashion Week is that we lasted more than 10 years, more than 20 years. Name it, from the oldest to the biggest, to the shortest, to the prettiest, to not so pretty, to the richest, all shapes and sizes. But there's one common denominator. they all love what they do. There are too many things to consider. They don't want to be next to each other simply because the other one is more famous, the other one is not so good looking, or the other designer makes not so beautiful designs, doesn't belong to their league. It was difficult in the beginning, but later when they found out that it's all for their own good, they have learned how to unite as a big group, and then them telling to the world, we Filipino designers are not just plain designers. If I have to write a love letter to the Philippine fashion industry, this is how it goes. Dear Philippine fashion industry, you are a treasure chest of great, beautiful people, and you are up for bigger things. There are a lot of things that you can still achieve. There's a bright future ahead of you. The world is waiting for you. But first things first, you have to be together. You have to be patient. You have to work hard. And no matter what others say, you have to proceed forward. I love you all, and thank you to all of you.
I believe in dreams. That's another thing that I want to share. You have to believe in dreams. You will use this. It will be your capital. It will be your inheritance and your return on investment. I only have one cardinal rule.
Be diligent.
Whatever you sow, you reap and harvest. If you're late, patay ka. And it applies to everything in life. See, I'm looking at the camera now. I don't like looking at the camera. But for this, I would want to address you. Attitude. Good attitude would make you. Bad attitude would break you. Your attitude dictates your output.
You couldn't just come in there when you wanted. For you to earn the respect,
It all boils down to good manners. That's all it is. If you have good manners, everything would be appropriate and right. You will be remembered for the way how you made them feel.
if we have gone this far, we know you would reach the end. You would also reach the goal. And you'll be surprised on how things will unfold right in front of your eyes.
Keep on trying. Don't accept no. Mark my word. It will be you taking the bow. And you'll thank me from above.